what we see is walking out of the hotel towards the doorman is a well-dressed man who hands the doorman a phone. The well-dressed man is the chief engineer at the hotel, Brian Yearwood. He basically has brought the telephone to the doorman, as we will see, because DSK is arriving and his taxi is coming down 44th Street. He stands there for a moment, the well-dressed man. He looks down the street, seeing where the taxi is. He talks again to the doorman. He speaks again on the telephone to whoever he's speaking, gives the phone to the doorman, now steps back to the sidewalk, consults again with the doorman. The well-dressed man goes back to the curb and is waiting for the doorman to find the taxi. The doorman looks around. And in a second, we're going to see the doorman signal to the well-dressed man that the taxi's coming. There's the signal. And the well-dressed man comes out again to talk to him, goes back. Now we see the doorman walk down the street. He's walking down the street towards DSK's taxi, which has stopped a few seconds away. Well, now DSK's car comes down the street with the doorman who will be running behind it. Here comes the taxi. We see it stop. There are some guests waiting at the hotel thinking the taxi's for them, but they have to wait for DSK, who's now emerging from the taxi. And the doorman takes his briefcase and his single suitcase from the back and puts it on the sidewalk. What is interesting here is how they anticipated that DSK would be arriving, since he didn't phone the hotel and since he only told the hotel that he was arriving that afternoon. They had no way of knowing he was arriving at 7:09. Now we see DSK get out of the taxi. He goes over to his luggage. He talks to the doorman for a moment. Doorman helps him with his luggage, takes a few seconds. The well-dressed man has actually sort of disappeared, but he will reappear in a moment. And now DSK pulls his own luggage, as we see, and he enters the 44th Street entrance of the Sofitel. What we're going to see now is DSK proceed through the hotel and to the desk. Behind him, the well-dressed man is going to appear. In about 4 seconds, we will see the well-dressed man appear from this little area here, which is the, here comes the well-dressed man. He's just appeared. He walks through the lobby, as you see. Now he walks through the main lobby, and he is going to stop right here in this doorway, which looks onto the area in which guests, it's actually the 45th Street entrance to the hotel, where guests actually sign in and register. He goes to his briefcase. In the doorway on the right, you can see walking in and out, this well-dressed man is standing here, still watching DSK. He will eventually come out and pop out, but he walks back and forth. He's now standing right here in the corner. DSK in the foreground is signing in. So this man, it might be his duties at the hotel, or seems to be keeping an eye on DSK. Now, DSK, meanwhile, gets all his luggage together, and DSK now walks to the elevator bank to get into his room. The time is now 7:12:18. Now, he's walked to where the elevators are, and now we're going to see the well-dressed man come out from where he's been standing, look exactly where DSK just turned into, and then proceed on. So at every stage, DSK has been under observation